Up first, we have some breaking news. A Valley mom behind a popular YouTube page now accused of behaving badly and facing a slew of charges, including molestation and child abuse. Good evening, everyone. I'm Caribe Devine.
And I'm Mike Gonzalez in for Mark Curtis tonight. The details in this story may be tough for those with little ones to hear.
Team 12's Tram Mai joins us live here in Studio 12A with the disturbing details and facts investigators are revealing tonight. Tram.
Yeah, guys, this mom is accused of pepper spraying her children and locking them in a closet for days at a time with no food, water, or the ability to even go to the bathroom, in addition to many other things. Pinal County court documents reveal that Machelle Hackney's biological daughter called police after one of her adopted sisters said their mom was abusing them at their Maricopa home. Authorities finding 7 children who appear to be malnourished and underweight, who were also thirsty and hungry. In court documents, the children tell police their mom pepper sprayed them several times all over their bodies, including their faces and even privates, as punishment. But she put on a mask to protect herself. The kids also telling DCS investigators that Hackney would force them to take ice baths, force their head underwater, and also make them stand in the corner with their arms over their heads for several hours at a time. The documents also reveal that one of the boys says Hackney would pinch his privates with her fingernails, making him bleed. Now, all of the children telling police that they had to participate in their mom's YouTube channel, which has nearly 800,000 subscribers and almost 250 million views. The kids claiming Hackney disciplined them for not recalling lines or not participating as directed. Hackney's 2 adult sons are charged with failing to report. In court paperwork, Logan Hackney admits to knowing about this punishment and observing visible physical injuries. Hackney denies using the closet for punishment and denies the pepper spraying, even though cops found 2 cans in her room along with a deadbolt on the closet door. She is facing charges including child molestation, child abuse, and dangerous crimes against children. We'll have much more on this story on 12news.com and tonight on 12 News at 10. For now, we'll send it back to you, Mike.
All right, Tram, thanks so much for that update.